Once upon a time, in a small village by the edge of a peaceful river, there lived a humble fisherman named Kofi. Every morning, he cast his net into the river, hoping for a good catch to feed his family. Life was simple, but the river had always been generous to him. But times had been tough. The river, once teeming with fish, seemed to grow quieter with each passing day. Kofi's nets returned empty more often than not, and his family's hunger grew. With each unsuccessful day, he grew more desperate. One fateful morning, as Kofi cast his net once again, something strange happened. The waters swirled, and from the depths emerged a fish, unlike any he had ever seen. Its scales shimmered with a golden glow, and its eyes sparkled like stars. It spoke to him in a voice as soft as the wind. "Fisherman, I am the magical fish of this river. I have the power to grant you 3 wishes. But be warned, use them wisely." Kofi, shocked and amazed, thought for a moment. His family needed food, and he had struggled for so long. His first wish came quickly. "I wish for a bounty of fish to fill my nets, so my family will never go hungry again." The magical fish nodded, and with a flick of its tail, Kofi's net filled with the biggest, most beautiful fish he had ever seen. It was more than enough to feed his family for weeks. But as days passed, Kofi grew uneasy. Though his family had food, they still lived in a humble hut. His clothes were tattered, and his dreams felt small. He thought of his village, where others lived in comfort and luxury. His second wish came to him. "I wish for wealth so that I may live like the rich men of the village. I want riches beyond measure." The magical fish, though hesitant, granted the wish. In an instant, Kofi's small home transformed into a grand mansion, and gold and jewels filled every corner. He was no longer the poor fisherman, but the wealthiest man in the village. But wealth did not bring Kofi happiness. He was lonely, disconnected from his family, and consumed by his riches. His thoughts turned darker, and with arrogance growing in his heart, he made his final wish. "I wish to be the most powerful man in the land with control over everything, so no one can challenge me." The magical fish's eyes grew sad, but it granted the wish. Kofi's mansion grew taller, his influence spread across the land. But the more power he gained, the more empty he felt. His heart grew cold, and he lost everything that once mattered: his family, his joy, and his peace. As time passed, Kofi realized the terrible cost of his wishes. He had everything but was alone. The villagers no longer respected him, his wealth lost its value, and the power he had crumbled under the weight of his greed. He wandered to the river where it all began. There, by the water, Kofi found the magical fish once more. The fish spoke softly, its voice now filled with wisdom. "Fisherman, you asked for much, but you lost sight of what was truly important. Power, wealth, and greed may fill your hands, but they will empty your heart. Remember, true happiness lies not in what you have, but in the love and peace you give and receive." And so Kofi learned the hard way that the greatest treasures are not those we collect, but the ones we share. From that day forward, he returned to his simple life by the river, content with the bounty of love and peace he had earned through humility and wisdom. May we all remember the lesson of the fisherman and the magical fish.